When I got out of this shelter and got my life together, I wanted to do something to represent men and show my support for men. And so she started this clothing line, Gents and Brutes. She said, because you got to be a gentleman and a brute.
Sounds dope. We got to get her on here on a Monday
sometimes
night.
you got to be good. Sometimes you got to slap the shit out of somebody. You know what I mean? Like ask Will Smith.
That's balance.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, on that note, it is after 5 o'clock.
Sometimes you got to just slap the shit out of somebody. You know? That's how we do. So yeah, that's where I was at, man. So we're going to have her on the show in a couple weeks.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing. So look, y'all, welcome to the show. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the 5 o'clock drive time cocktail hour. We got over here, you know, first of all, I want to say thank you to iRise and Nelly for holding down the building, man, because me and Dame are questionable every Monday.
I mean, busy is good.
Yeah,
Busy
man.
is good.
And so y'all been coming through, so iRise been holding us down, and Nelly, you've been holding down iRise, so I thank you. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for that,
honor.
man.
I love it. I look forward to it.
I feel like the guest.
I think I'm gonna be sad if I have to leave. Like, right. I might be stuck with me.
I think you permanent now. I be feeling like a guest when I come through now. Shit, like, you know what I mean? Let me see.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Let me see if they got room for me today.
Always got
You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even got no seat for Dame. Like, Dame show up. Dame got to sit in a little guest chair that out front.
I was right from the side for you, brother.
Put Dame right out front of the little guest chair, man. You know, hey, can I play an intro? Hey, Chook, is that cable in here? Where's that? Which one is it? I see the little blue one.
I think it's.
Nah, hold on. What's that? Oh, it ain't got the thing on it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, you got it right there. I got a little intro for you, all right?
Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks.
Got a little intro for you. Hold on, let me see. I think it's ready. Y'all ready? And you know.
Eagles fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3, hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch those Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly on the road to victory. EAGLES, Gotta do it for the people. Gotta do it.
Man, what a weekend for the city, man.
I'm happy for the city.
Yeah.
For the city, man.
Did y'all go outside with the crazies?
You know I did not.
Outside.
I was outside too.
I said
was
that for
outside.
Super Bowl.
I was
I did
outside.
it with them Super Bowl.
I was at home, but my homie, who's obviously a fanatic Eagles fan, this dude flew in from Utah.
Oh wow.
Got here 6 o'clock yesterday morning. Went to the game. Flew out 7 o'clock this morning.
That's the way to do
He's
it.
a diehard.
He's a
I
diehard.
saw a news article about a guy who flew in from Norway.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Norway to come to the game.
That's
Crazy.
That's how the Bird Gang get it.
That's how
the
they do.
Bird
So yeah,
Gang
so he
get
was
it. That's how the
downtown.
Bird
So I
Gang do it.
came downtown after the game to grab a drink with him, and forgot. And you would think I didn't do news for a living, right?
Yeah, man. I knew not to go downtown.
I was smart enough to
downtown.
know. I was smart enough to know not to try to drive into Center City.
okay,
So I
okay.
parked at like 9th and Wood,
Okay.
bought a quick spot, and walked. He was staying down at like 11th and Market,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So I walked from there. It was not a bad
Ain't
walk.
bad.
Yeah.
They had all the
That
streets
close.
closed. You couldn't drive.
Couldn't
You couldn't go
drive.
no further than Vine Street.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Had all the streets closed. We come out his hotel. We walk down Chestnut to go over to Jose Pistolas on
On
15th.
15th.
Walk right into the middle with
Of
a
course
damn
you
crowd.
did.
I'm like, how the hell my dumb ass
City
do it?
Hall, Jose Pistolas, like, yeah.
I'm right there,
That's
Chestnut
awesome.
and Broad. It's like 600,000 people in the middle of the street.
it was
and
so
they got
awesome.
all the sidewalks closed. So you
Yeah.
gotta walk through the crowd
You
to
gotta
get
walk
to the
out
other
of
side.
yeah.
Let me tell you, I was making money yesterday doing my little lift thing, and I went to watch the game with my cousin because she is a diehard Redskins fan, but her dude is a diehard Eagles fan. So, you know, they cooked dinner. She had the little Eagles cups, the little Eagles cookie cake. she was sitting on top of her Redskins blanket, like he had that tucked away, like we know.
Yeah, look at that.
That thing was on the couch, like she gonna be for the rest of.
Pour a drink for you.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
This is your
Toast to the Eagles.
It's a reposado, and then I got a
Which
Roscato.
one do you prefer?
I'm going to do both,
going
so it don't
hard.
matter.
I'm gonna do
I
So,
didn't want to save.
when I told her, I said it was like 7 minutes left in the fourth. I said, I'm going home now because I live on the other side of Broad Street, and if I want to make it home, let me go home now. I did not go home. The itch to make money got me, so I went, started driving people in West Philly to like Chester and on that end of town. And then I kept getting these dings for a ride. And people were trying to go to City Hall. And I was like, man, fuck that. Hell no. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know.
There was no
like Chester
driving.
to City Hall. And I'm like, I'm not being stuck in that traffic.
There was no
I took
driving
a
to
ride
City
from the
Hall.
airport to Willow Grove. That's what I did. Made my $50
That's
that
what
way.
you doing. Just
Yeah,
call it
'cause
a day.
I never saw any of the traffic. Didn't get. Matter of fact, when I was leaving the airport, it said it was going to take an hour for me to get to Willow Grove. That's where this person was going. If I took 95 to 76, but 37 minutes if I took 95 to 476.
Yeah.
So guess who did that? Because
Smart.
why am I sitting in traffic being bothered by these crazy Philadelphians?
Nope.
And I love my city because I was on social media like. Everybody was outside.
Everybody.
People who I didn't think would be outside was outside.
So
Everybody's
offended
outside.
by how many people was in the crowd. I didn't even take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't get out of this crowd.
I saw people had babies outside, like
Babies was out.
babies was
The
out.
weather was
The
nice.
geriatrics were out.
Nobody had a reason to be in the house, man.
Yep.
It was so
the
nice.
police were out. I was like, damn.
Whole drum line.
This would be a nice time to case some houses because everybody else.
outside.
Everybody was
The cops
outside.
did body slam somebody last night.
I bet they did.
It was a lady too, and it's always sucks when they gotta go. But you never know how she was behaving.
She
Right? I didn't see
she
it.
probably spit on him.
Right, I didn't see it. I just heard
see
her
it.
talking about it in the
But sometimes
newsroom. I
women
guess
could
it was
be
on
just
social media.
And it's a difficult job, I must say, trying to control
A crowd like that.
a crowd like that.
So it
First
was
of all,
so many people out
First
there.
of all, it's Philly, so we do the most
Yeah.
when it comes to supporting our sports teams. I
And-
love that about
and
our
the
city.
energy
and
of
the
the people
energy
so
is insane.
right? It's
Yes.
like
It's out. It's
you
bananas.
know what I'm saying? It's
bananas.
so officially like, oh, so you want something? Like you know what I mean? Like y'all always ready to go.
Ready.
Always ready.
On go.
Always on
ready to
go.
go.
Say it. Just say anything.
It's like
Anything.
I told everybody when we was at the damn Brooklyn game. Like they put the code of conduct on the screen for the city, and niggas is in there like we don't play.
Right.
We don't gotta follow this code of conduct. I was like, we got to be the only arena in the NBA in the league that can't have spectators at games.
Yeah.
Cause Philly don't give a shit.
Check your ID at the door. You from the city? You can't.
You
I
can't
was
come in.
praying that we did, that nobody was brave enough to walk around with a San Fran jersey. I didn't see anybody.
The toe said to the Eagles and to
To
the
the
ladies
Birds!
on the show. Woo!
Bird game.
There was I seen a couple of them. My homie that he came in town with a San Fran fan.
A lot of people had on San
So there
Fran
was a few
jerseys.
that I seen over in Jose's. There was a couple of them.
You can go to the game, but don't be in the crowd.
Did you see that?
Nah, I
jersey?
didn't see none in the crowd.
Did you see they put the jersey on the Rocky statue, the San Fran jersey?
I did. They always want to come and disrespect our statue.
So they put, but every time they do, the team loses. So I don't know, like I don't know if that's a diehard
Right.
Philly fan
Put
doing that,
up, yeah, it might have
or
been.
there was
Yeah,
a
put it up
San
there.
Fran thinking it was
What's
going to
the
win
answer?
the
Exotico?
It's yeah, so
Who
it's
is
the.
this?
I just like the.
That is a little.
it is really exotic.
This is my first time having a
Label.
reposado. I'll usually always have the. But,
It opens you right up.
I'm a
after that.
Reposado guy.
But I love that about Philly, the energy, and like every time I talk to people, that's what they say. Like, I love the energy of y'all motherfuckers boo Santa Claus. Y'all just don't care. And I'm like, booed him and threw snowballs at him.
And through snowballs.
So,
I think
like-
they threw a couple batteries at him too.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, if Jesus come back and he don't come back right, don't come to Philly because they got some words for you.
Period.
Oh, hey, Chef.
Yeah, who's that? Chef.
Chef,
Chef.
gang, gang.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it was a crazy night. So you said you saw the police body slam somebody.
I didn't see it. They said it was on social media. I didn't see it. Actually, it was. I was surprised how it wasn't rowdy at all. Like when I walked into that crowd, I'm like, yo, man. If somebody bumped me, if somebody threw up on me,
but you
if
know-
somebody, like it was just like you ready for just because you know what you dealing with.
Because
right?
if you ain't gotta, you stay ready, so you ain't gotta get
Right.
ready. But the thing about
But
Philly
everybody
is
was chilling.
It
was
that's
all love.
that's the brotherly love that people talk about.
Yeah.
But it's all surrounding sports. Because trust and believe, had they lost, it'd have been like the nigga quarterback, them niggas, these niggas, nigga. That's what it would have been, and you know it, because I know and love my city. But that sports love, that sportsmanship, the camaraderie,
Right.
the racists be out there hugging on black folk, like
Everybody.
you can walk in the crowd and you can feel safe.
Yeah,
I was on the
man.
phone with one of my best friends, and she don't know nothing about sports. Shout out to Sid. She was like, "Oh," I said, "The Eagles won." She said, "That's why they outside shooting, because she live in Huntington Park." I was like, "You know that's why they outside shooting, but the Eagles won." So like that, and I knew that's what was going to happen. Like no matter where you were in the city, they was going to show love.
It was love.
Sorry for the 49ers fans
It was nothing
that are from here, because I know your families chewed y'all out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I got some homies that's some diehard fans. Shout out to my homie, your boy She, the barber. He apparently he posted on Facebook that I'm the only non-Eagles fan that's allowed to come to his Super Bowl party. But I know how to act. I come to his football parties often. I respect the Eagles. Shit, I worked for the team for 3 whole seasons, and I'm a Philadelphian first. So like, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got that, man. So we had a great Sunday last night,
It's gonna be a great
next couple weeks.
Black History Month, because we're going in the Super Bowl with 2 black quarterbacks. And
then you got all black women that represent him. Jalen Hurts,
the
all
agents,
his managers,
all his managements,
all black women on his team.
Shout out to Jalen for knowing that black women matter.
Can we talk about Anita Baker? What the fuck was that?
Okay, wait. Speaking of Anita Baker,
You know, I didn't know that was her singing until I seen it this morning, because I wasn't in front of the TV when the national anthem was going.
Right.
So I was like, who is that? But I was doing something. And so I was like, let me try to get to the TV, and it was over.
I didn't even watch that part or see that part, but I didn't miss it. I knew she was at the game because shout out to Remy Sparkles, who does my hair. She also does Brandon Graham's wife. Shout out to Carlin, and we were talking about that today. She was saying how, like, because they're from Detroit, Anita's from Detroit, she sat in their box with them.
Isn't Jalen like a big fan? I think Jalen Hurts is a big
fan of
right?
Anita Baker.
And I think he like shouted out for a birthday a couple days ago.
Yes. So shout out to DJ Jazzy Jeff for doing a halftime show.
Shout out.
I texted him like, "Yo, dude, you're having like the best birthday week ever."
Yeah. Hold on, you're not gonna let that go over my head. You just text him.
Yeah, she texts Jeff. She texts Jeff.
Like, oh yeah,
she did it to talk shit. Like, text him just like, you know what I mean?
But like good shit, because I know he's a diehard Philly sports fan. Yeah. So he got to ring the bell at the Brooklyn Nets game, and then he DJ'd the halftime show. I saw pictures on his Instagram and on his wife's Instagram. He had his whole family with him, his sons, his daughters, his wife.
Nice. Good for him, man.
Yeah, it was and I just know how like that good feeling energy means to him. So I was like,
right, good energy.
He had a birthday and then did all these things. I was like, it's amazing week in Philly sports for you. Like, man, I feel like they did that for your birthday.
That was very nice of them, man.
But yes,
so we had a great Sunday, man. And like you said, we going into a nice stretch.
Who are her friends? People?
Oh, you didn't? I worked for Jeff for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, who is she, people?
She like, you don't see it coming, right? No, like you don't see it coming, right?
No, like listen. She said last week. Oh yeah, like she could have went to see Drake. She had tickets just sitting at concierge.
No, I to call one of my friends.
I could call someone that got plugged in. Her spectrum is crazy, right? She's like, yo, I ran an Uber ride up to freaking Willow Grove yesterday, then I text Jeff.
Right. And sometimes
how those two work together?
I randomly text Pete Rock sometimes too. Like I was like, oh, she's pretty. I got a lot of friends.
Very important friends. Not just your regular friends, people.
Yeah,
like
my regular friends.
High friend people.
I got their number.
My regular friends.
My regular friends ain't famous.
And I didn't even think about it because I was going all over the place trying to get a contact for Jeff when my man was trying to do the mural, and it never even dawned on me till I finally got the contact. Like, you know what? I could have just freaking hit iRide. You know what I mean?
I would have connected you with his wife right away.
That's what it was. I ended up hitting Montez.
Montez, who also was at the game yesterday. Charlie Mack, who got Jeff and Jalen to do the
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. I saw that on social media. I might have to download that and save that for like.
Yo, Charlie Mack picture collection. Like I follow him just to see who he gonna post a picture with next.
Yeah.
He's another one.
Charlie has got stories.
I'm sure he does.
Oh my God,
He's
the stories that man
I'm
can
sure
tell.
he does. Like,
Yes.
yo, when was it George Bush died? Like when Bush died, he posted a picture with him and Bush. I'm like, yo, who's that? Like, I'm like from to post a picture with him and like friggin' Malcolm X or him and Jesus. Like, who might have a picture with?
Yeah, like the only reason why he does not have a picture of Brother Malcolm is because that was before his time. But outside of that,
He might have one with Jesus.
I'm sure.
He might have one.
When he come back, Charlie gonna be the first fan he hit when he stopped.
For sure he stopped.
That's Mr. Philadelphia.
Yeah, he gonna
call Charlie and see what's going on.
Yeah, man. I was like, yo, every time he posts something, like somebody passed away, Charlie got a picture with him. Somebody have a birthday, Charlie got a picture with him. Like this dude got pictures with everybody.
Show. He's everywhere.
Every award show.
He's everywhere.
Charlie said one time in the interview, he said the key is acting like you belong there. Like
I say that all the time.
Sometimes he goes places he's not supposed to be, and
I say that all the
he's
time.
like, well, first of all, he 6 foot something.
That plays in his
7
favor.
feet tall. So who's gonna question it?
Right,
But
that plays in his favor.
he said he just acts like he's supposed to be there, and he's supposed to be there.
It works. It works. I say that all the time, man. Just keep walking.
I do that too.
Yeah, just keep walking.
It works better when you travel alone.
Yes.
That's why I travel with like one other
Travel
person.
low,
It's me and my cousin a
travel
lot.
light, travel far.
Yeah.
When you solo, even if you get stopped, sometimes you can talk your way in.
Yep.
Cause it's just you. They're like, oh shit, man.
They be like, just go ahead.
You know what I mean? Just go ahead, man. Like, just gotta act like I ain't see you. Don't tell nobody I let you through.
So what else did you do this weekend besides that?
What else I do? I had a light weekend. I had like some home repair stuff to do. So I was like running around, you know what I mean? Sister's crib, my crib, trying to.
Did you watch the Sixers?
Nah, I didn't watch it.
The Sixers they've been playing some excellent ball.
They were coming off a
that
good
game
run.
against Denver was close the other night on Saturday. My heart was just like, but they came back, and I was like, we need
It's just
to be
a
at this
great
game.
sports season right now
sports
for
season.
Philly.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, that's how we keep the murders down. Keep the murders down.
Isn't it?
Although we had a couple shootings yesterday, but nobody died. But nobody died.
Let's go, Philly. Progress.
Progress, right? Progress. We had a couple shootings, but nobody died. That's a move in the right direction, guys.
But apparently they found like a body somewhere along the waterfront, like in old Kensington, Fishtown area.
Wow.
A body, like,
Was it like?
It was a deceased body. Whatever day that all these shootings happened, there were like 3 different shootings, they also found this body. And I said to my mom before, I was like, they gonna start finding bodies over here because people more people are dying. They gonna start just dumping them.
They starting to clean up and rebuild and redevelop.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of dumped bodies that they might just be coming across.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how long this shit been here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I just need to start finding that buried
And
money.
you got
If they find the buried money, it's mine. I don't even know how
there's a
much
lot
it is,
of,
where it's buried, but I swear it's mine.
all that heroin and so forth. Like there's a lot of people ODing over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you're gonna find people just on the strength of that,
people.
man. I was driving through Kensington Ave just the other day, and I'm just like, yo,
Ain't it
man,
crazy down
the
there?
amount of people who got that fucking dope fiend lean
It is crazy
all
down there.
day. It's like
Like you can literally set up like a crackheads, like a meth tour,
yes,
like a TMC bus.
This is what it is,
Yes.
though.
Look to you, right?
It is that.
And you
This-
could, for blocks and blocks and blocks.
You got tourists that come to the city who just want to go over there and see
that.
what it looked like because they can't believe how bad.
I can't believe it.
It's real.
What boggles my mind, and I know it's addiction and it's a mental illness, and like I know there's a lot of things I don't understand. Cause I'm just like I have too much pride to be on the street looking like that. Honestly,
Dig it.
Like I got too much pride to be asking somebody, can I give them
That's how I know. That's how I know.
Dig it.
I got
it's
too much
real, though.
pride to be having my fingernails, feet, and all that dirty.
Because some
to
of
not
those
wear- to
people you
smell. I
talk
got
to-
too much pride to be on the street smelling bad. So like, I
But some
can't.
of those people probably have degrees. Some of those people are like very
Listen.
intelligent. And it's like how
A lot
But
of
it
those
happens.
people are.
It does
a
happen.
lot of those people. Because.
So don't get it twisted.
It
Don't
takes
think
one
people are
time.
stupid.
Like people are like, oh, it's more than once. I'm like, no, I've heard it takes one time because people chase that high. So I'm like, I don't ever want. Like I tell people all the time, I know me and my limitations. I like my good weed. Like
I don't want no.
you know what I mean? I like a little mushroom, a little
gonna take me out of
psychedelic
character,
action,
like
That's
but
good. Not only take my
I don't
character, but
want
have
no-
me have me living underneath a train station in a tent.
And not caring.
I don't need that high in my life. I don't need a high that's good.
Phone's ringing. I bet you it's one of my kids
What
who
you gonna
knows. I'm not going to do that because by the
want me to
time
give it to you?
no, because it's recording us, and by the time I get up and go stop the phone,
Want to stop recording once it ring though?
but then it'll cut
Oh,
right
then
back on
right back
because
on.
they've called before.
But yeah, like I don't want no high that's gonna have me in no public
I'm
bathroom
laughing
sitting
because
on
we
the
talk
floor.
about high, and my fucking ringtone is "Get High with Me" by Future.
Look at you. Look at you. You just all fucked up in the game. You got the people confused. You back and forth with it. Like we just said, your spectrum is crazy.
My spectrum is crazy.
She knows Mozart and she knows.
I actually
Right,
do know Mozart. That's what I'm saying. I actually have a Mozart composition book
That's what I'm saying.
when I used to play violin.
You know what I'm saying? And then she partied with my mom
Renaissance
who like
woman.
the cat y'all turned me on to last week.
Moonwalker. Listen, they were hating on Moonwalker the other night.
Sure,
T
Mozart.
King got it in rotation. I be over here pop locking and dropping it, jamming, and they was hating on it.
Yeah, I'm not your
It's
average. I'm
not
your
your
average
favorite song. I love it. I love it.
Educated trap. That's what I like to do.
I like that
I'm
song.
okay with him, man. At least for that song. We'll see.
I'm educated enough to know that what is wrong with that George Santos guy.
yeah, he's next up on the list. And actually, it's not what's so much what's wrong with him. But what's wrong with us? There's a group of us that elected this dude.
Not us. I guarantee
I'm
whoever
talking
look
about
like him,
Americans.
don't look like
Right.
They
I'm
don't look
talking
like
about a
us.
group of Americans
Mm-hmm.
elected this dude, and they letting him sit there like they not forcing him off the job.
Who lies about the Holocaust?
Right.
A
Who
psycho.
lies and says their grandparents are survivors from Auschwitz and your grandparents are fucking immigrants from
A
Brazil?
psycho.
Like, who does that?
Yo, there was just a story today when I was leaving the building. That's what made me think about him. He ran a fundraiser for a veteran who had a sick dog. Raised the money to get the dog some treatment because the dog had cancer, and it took the money and he never give him to the vet.
There's a special place in hell for people.
Yo, this dude is different. This dude ain't got no flaw. Right, he got no flaw. Like anything goes with this guy.
And it's like only now the GOP wants to get rid of him. Like only now?
Right.
Well, they got to do
Because
damage
now
control
the-
now because they've already went through what they went through with Trump. So it's like we gotta reel this in. We gotta do damage
He's
control
pissing off
now.
the vets. Like if you piss off the vets, then they got to take a stand.
Yeah.
We can piss off everybody else. You know what I'm saying with the GOP. You just can't piss off veterans.
I'm with you though.
You
Like,
can't piss off veterans and cops.
who are these people that elected
Dude, like,
this man? The same people that voted for Trump, I'm guessing.
I guess. And how they comfortable with this
The
cat?
same
just-
people that was going to vote for the same people in Pennsylvania that did vote for Dr. Oz. Those type of people voted for him, I'm sure.
I mean, he lied about his education. He lied about property he owns. He's got a.
Some of that is the American way. He lied about jobs he has. Shit, I need to work for Congress.
He lied about jobs.
Some of that is the American
He got
way.
an outstanding warrant in Brazil for a judgment against him that they just reopened once he ran again. Yo, they might.
So you mean to tell me the government, who's supposed to do a thorough background check before they hire you, didn't do a thorough background check?
Well, he got elected.
Because before you run an election, they're supposed to be doing this thorough background check. The way they was trying to check Obama's birth certificate. And as a natural American,
That's as long as the government don't run
Not
that.
when it's
as a
you.
natural American, I'm offended that this Brazilian can get away with all this bullshit
Same.
while he's representing my government.
Yo, it's crazy, and he's just up there chilling.
That just go to let you
Chilling
see
like
the
whatever,
loopholes in our
man. I'm
government.
not
So
quitting.
many
I'm not going.
loopholes.
And they put him on committees.
It's
It wasn't
loopholes.
even like they was like, look, all right, we just ain't gonna
I'm
fuck
about to
with
run
him.
for office.
Go leave him over there in the corner.
I'm not gonna run.
Don't
Put his ass on committee.
I
Don't say that, you might run. You will.
I ain't done no bad shit
So
like
now
that.
he
I
can
mean,
make
like,
decisions on shit that
yeah,
affect
yeah.
everybody. And he a known liar. Crazy.
That's amazing to me, but
All right, we gotta. I feel like we got. We
all
definitely.
right.
That was my whole list.
like we gotta
And then
talk
the
about
cops.
this.
The cops.
The
And then
Tyree
Memphis.
Nichols.
Yeah, you know we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna lighten it up with the subject.
Yeah, we got. Yeah,
at the end.
Bring it back.
Yeah, but
Bring it
okay,
back.
so I have not watched the video. I will not watch the
I don't
video.
wanna watch the video.
I posted KRS-One Black Cop to my Facebook along with the caption, I have not watched the video. I will
You've
not
seen
watch the
one, you've seen them
video.
all.
Do not tag me in the video because I'm tired of being traumatized by
Yep.
shit like this.
Yep.
And then, so when I first heard about it, I just assumed white cops beating a black man.
I did too.
So to find out that today was a 6th officer arrested and he was the only white face.
Right.
5 black men. I can't even say beat this boy senseless to an inch of his life because they beat him to death. And the fucking irony that one's name was fucking Emmett. Emmett Jr., who probably named after Emmett in the family, who probably named after Emmett motherfucking Till. You beat this boy to death yards in front of his mother's house. And of course, they always hope that he was calling for his mother. Of course he was. Everybody calls for their mother when they're in the time of need. Even me, and I better like that lady half the time.
Because your mother's closest
When
to
you in
God
distress,
at
who
that
gonna
point.
say?
Who else is going to save you? Especially when you're being beat to death. So now you kind of at least feel like you fear for your life. So the first person most people call when they are in fear of their life is their mother. The first person who gave them life.
There it is.
Like that shit is wild to me.
Yo.
And people are like, well, they reacted swiftly and they got fired. If it was white cops, man, fuck all
It don't
that.
matter.
All
It's not
cops
an
should
issue.
be
Right.
The issue should be as swift as that happens. Should happen for all cops, whether they're white, brown,
Right.
black,
Right.
Exactly.
fucking
Period.
mulatto, multiracial, biracial, yellow, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Period.
But the fact that all that we as a people have been through at the hands of cops, it just fucks me up how black people get in a position of power and they like to
Dude, that's
abuse it.
what I said.
And
My
they be-
biggest-
After it's been done to us, they want to turn around and do it
more,
to us.
right? Because it was 5 black officers, right? Like if it was 5 white officers, it would have been easy for them to dismiss it as racism, whatever. Some
Right.
rogue
What do you call it now?
Right. Now it's clear that there's a cultural issue with policing.
With the
like
blue.
we've been saying this for decades.
Yep.
But now it is clear because
Yep.
we just watched 5 black men beat this black man to death for a traffic stop. And was mad nonchalant about
And
it.
then I read somewhere this morning where they said the traffic stop was invalid or some bullshit. So I'm like,
And I watched the video, right, because I wanted to see how the cops were handling themselves through this whole situation, right? Like, how did they, like, because, when you watch stuff on the news, we can only give you but so much, right? So I wanted to know, well, what happened prior
That sounds
to...
personal.
Right.
Like these people, these cops, and most cops, if it's like Philly, you gotta live in the city. You can't live outside of the city and police the
It was
neighborhood.
almost like they was
They knew
this
him.
dude like they had beef with him, right?
They knew him.
Because
They
it's
knew
like,
him.
why nobody said, yo, man, hold up. Like, what are we doing? Like, yo, you can't keep beating on this dude like
They knew
that.
him.
and that's what pisses
That's
me off, too.
rage.
So
That's
it's 5 of y'all and all of y'all that dumb.
All y'all
So
that
let me
dumb.
tell you something. I got some friends that's real rah-rah, bout it, growing up. And when shit used to go down, I used to be there, but I was always, honestly, the punk, because my mom would whoop my ass. I ain't got time to be out in the streets and then getting my ass whipped by my mom. So I would be there, but I would be the person to be like, chill the
enough
fuck
already.
out before we all go to jail.
5 of them.
Yeah.
5 of
And not
them.
one of them was like, yo, enough, B. Like,
Not
enough,
one.
B.
So one of them, I can't remember which one. One of them was the president of his fraternity. He was a Q. Or maybe
Watch your
Psi Phi.
mouth.
I'm not.
Watch your mouth.
Listen, your fraternity got rid of his ass as the president because
they should have.
he was involved.
should've.
He was
As they
involved in a
should've.
bunch of hazing incidents.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
he's just a dude that liked to beat people.
He liked to beat
Like, He
people.
just
That's his fetish.
But this
that's
is
his fetish.
this was next level shit. Like this is like, and then right so, and we know that we don't look at them like this, but you almost feel like, yo, man, like black cops are our gatekeepers between
I feel like
black
they
people
should be.
and the white system, right?
Correct.
Like, dude, you're there. Like, I look at my job in television as a gatekeeper to make sure that anything I do represents us in the best light. Right? And so I feel like cops are the same way. Like, yo, dude, like you gotta represent our culture in the best light all the time. Because you in between us and them.
Yeah, but this clearly wasn't their first time doing this to
No.
people in their community,
right?
Because they were way too comfortable to do it.
And that's what I said.
That's something
Especially
that
when you know you got body cams on.
if it wasn't for video and videography of any type of sort, there would never be any justice for half of the people. And some shit is caught on camera and still don't get no justice.
People are sitting in jail out there in Memphis right now who told that same story. Like, yo, man, these cats whooped up on me, but they didn't die.
But they didn't die.
Right? They whooped it, and now they just getting blown. So it has such a negative effect on so many levels, right?
Yeah.
So now they got to go revisit all those cases. Any case that these cops had anything to do with, they should go revisit.
They should.
Right? What it's going to cost the city of Memphis in lawsuits, because it's not just gonna be this dude's family that they gotta deal with. Now
everybody else that ever got beat is gonna come up and be like, you know what? In 2012, that motherfucker gave me this right here. In 2019, I got this from them right there. Nobody believed me. Nobody listened because I didn't die.
And your police department now, right? Nobody's gonna have any faith in your police department, right? So now you got cats who are gonna run just on the strength, like, yo, they might beat me to death.
Period.
Right, like it's so bad on so many levels, man.
Terrible.
And I'll tell you, I watched the video, right, because I just wanted to see, like, maybe there was something that happened prior to y'all ripping them out the car that was going to be on the video that would explain your behavior, right? Or maybe there was something in your actions after it happened that would make me be like, all right, maybe, like, but there was nothing. I watched a half hour of this shit.
That's why
a half hour of body cam video, and all I saw was even more cops and more people showing up, and nobody rendering this dude help.
Yeah, I heard that he slumped over there.
He was slumped over. EMS, he came over. He was slumped over on the car, right? The one cop, first EMS shows up, and they talk to him for a couple minutes, and then they just leave him there, right? Up against the car.
Right.
While the rest of the cops
I heard it took 16 minutes for them to even render any assistance. Once they because they were talking, they said.
Listen, I tuned out.
They need to be dealt with too.
A half hour I watched this, and I tuned out before I seen him get any assistance. I tuned out before I seen him put this dude in an ambulance. A half hour.
Wow.
I watched this, right? The dude.
Why does this always shock me though? It just pisses me.
The cop goes over to him because they kept saying, "Oh, he got to be on something. He has superhuman strength. He had to be on something." But they was like, "Yo," and you could hear them talking like their story was falling apart, right? Because they're like, "Yo, man, we ain't find nothing on him." The cop's like, "What? You ain't find nothing? No, he ain't got nothing on him." Like, nah. Well, he must have thrown it away when he was running, right? So they looking for a reason, because even the cops who showed up was like, "I can't believe how bad y'all beat this dude."
Unless he pointed a gun at y'all and y'all got cameras to show that, there's no reason to even chase somebody to then beat them within inches of their life. You don't fear for your life. You're a cop. First of all, you're a black
on
cop.
the ground.
So everybody's scared of you. One, you're a cop. Two, you're a black cop.
He was in cuffs at this point. They holding him up and cops swinging on him, punch him in the face. While he's in cuffs, you holding him up.
Right.
Yo, it was so bad. The one cop walked over to him, was like, "Yo, man, what you want?" He moaning and groaning and rolling like, he's like, "Yo, just, you can't go no place. Just tell us what you want."
Who, the EMT?
It was a cop talking to him. The EMTs that was already standing on the side, like,
was it one of the cops that was already out there?
Nah, I think it was one of the ones that showed up after the fact. Because they trying to save each other. Like, they trying to help these cops make their story, and there's just no story. Like, we looking at this dude laying on this ground dying, and y'all beat the shit out of him.
You're trying to justify it.
Right, and we trying to help y'all justify what you did to this kid, because he's in really bad shape. So we all need a story before we put him in that ambulance, right? And have to explain what happened to this dude. It was bad, man. It was bad.
That's why people don't trust.
So does that watching that affect you? Like how do you like you said you couldn't watch it? I won't
watch it. I'm tired of getting PTSD from watching shit like that. I'm tired of hearing about it happen to some young black man. I'm tired of every time I hear about this shit, I gotta call my son to make sure he's all right. And him to say, "Mom, you know I don't go anywhere. I'm in the house."
It don't matter.
To remind him that if he ever gets pulled over by the cops, to call me on the phone.
It's like you gotta have
what the fuck is going on.
fire drills with your kids.
You do.
Like, this is what you do while being black.
And it sucks because we shouldn't have to, right? Especially, like, you know, when you know that you ain't done nothing wrong, and then you get snatched up by the cops, like, you automatically go into, "Yo, why you fucking with me, Mo?"
Yeah.
Right? I think every black person should read the Green Book. Wasn't it the Green Book? The book that was made back in the day to teach the
Yes.
tourists,
For tourists,
the black tourists, to teach them how you're supposed to act
and travel where you
like
go.
that right there. If you don't click in your mind with the stuff that you're seeing right here, right now, happening in your face, that never went away.
But you also
Hell no, we still got sundown towns in Pennsylvania, believe it or not.
It didn't go away, but you like, yo, in one hand, you like, we so far time-wise removed from that, right? Like, how are we still
Because the
operating?
further we get, the closer
But this was black folks beating him. This wasn't like he rolled into
But
some
black folks
racist
sold us
town.
into slavery, so we always been against each other since.
Man,
we can
KRS One told
remember.
us that in the 90s. Black
know,
cop,
I
black
know.
cop, black
Uncle
cop, black
Ruckus.
cop.
I know.
Uncle Ruckus
I know.
is a real. They
Right.
really don't think they black, and
But-
they really don't like themselves, and they hate black people.
I mean, we got 6 cops arrested. Now they talk about charges maybe against the EMS workers because they didn't do
And
right
they
call.
should, because they
But
waited
they just
16
found out
minutes.
that there was some sheriff department officers out there as well.
Shit. How
So
many people do it take to watch
yo,
a nigga die?
you-
Like,
listen, when you like as the video plays out,
Damn, that's crazy.
at some point there's so many people out there, and this dude is laying on the floor dying. And
Still
you're
not
like,
at the hospital.
How is no one
rendering
has
aid.
any sense of urgency
Nobody
when it comes to
rendering aid
this
to
dude's
this
health
man.
right now? Because y'all gotta see how bad he's beaten.
you gotta know
Wow.
first of all, you tired. You done beat somebody so bad you reach for your inhaler. You
they
done
was
looked at your knuckles.
tough
You
in
done put
the
your
tough.
hands on your hips twice. Can't breathe because you know you're
Right.
a fat ass
Right.
cop. So yeah, you know you beat somebody until you're tired. You know they fucked up.
Nobody
insane.
had
You know they
any
fucked up.
sense of urgency with this dude.
That's insane.
It was so sad, man. Like you would hope that somebody would have got there and be like, listen, man, like EMS would have got there like, look, we got to get this. We don't care what the situation
Right.
is. Just
Do
do
the paperwork later.
We got to get him to the hospital and get him some help, man.
Because after you did that, your first thing should have been like, "Oh shit, he can't die. Let me make sure he don't die."
They didn't think he was gonna
y'all
die.
sitting there talking about sports and whatever the
Yeah,
fuck else
they didn't
while
think he
y'all
was gonna
shooting
die.
shit because you didn't think he was gonna die.
They didn't think he was going to die, and they knew that they had done this before. Oh, he's
Yeah.
not the first person we've whooped his ass like
That's
this.
a
But
fact.
you know what?
And I think
As
it might
sad
have
as
been
it
him
is, there's a
saying,
blessing
"Like,
in
he
his
all
death.
right."
Now it's going to get the attention that it needs because he died, and that's sad.
Right. It's sad that
Because
he,
if he
it
survived,
doesn't-
it would have been his word
It
against
doesn't
theirs.
get the attention that it needs, right? Because we'll be a year removed and the shit'll happen
Yep,
again.
that's
not
right.
even a year
And
because
again.
remember Breonna Taylor and all
Right.
that shit, George
Right.
Floyd, all that shit happened within months,
Yeah.
weeks even.
Right, and like
So
you can't even hire cops right
And
now.
speaking of Breonna Taylor, when I was listening to the story about Tyree Nichols this morning,
See that wine? What is that?
it's just a Roscato sweet remedy. My
Oh,
bad.
sweet. I don't want no.
You don't want no sweet? Okay, we'll put
I'll
it back.
pass it on over.
Buy
So,
sweet wine.
It was a gift.
Okay,
These
I'm
were
sorry.
gifts.
I'm sorry.
They were
I'm
in my
sorry.
car.
I'm sorry. I take that back.
They were in my car.
I take that back. Thank you, whoever provided the alcohol. For whoever sponsored the alcohol for today's over drink. Thank you so much.
But I was reading that, or listening to, and they said that Tyree Nichols has the same birthday as Breonna Taylor. Both of them would have been 30 years old on June 5th of this year.
Dude,
No.
one of those cops was only 30, right? And so it's like, yo, it's just there's not even words
Oh, that's
because you
so
like
good.
I can't believe that 5 of y'all stood there and whooped on this man, and not one of y'all could control yourself enough to
one
be
person
like,
Like, no one had a
"That's
conscience?"
enough."
right? Not one of
First
y'all
time
had a
he
conscience.
fell.
Not one of y'all
Maybe
was
we
like,
should stop. He
no,
bleeding
yo,
from his
there
eyes.
was cats. They had him down on the floor. Dude ran from his car after he caught his breath, came back over, kicked him in the face.
Yeah, I
Then when
can't.
they had him up, cat came over, punched him in the face. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
They taking turns.
And I'm
like, yo,
sure that,
DDT off
and
the
I'm
top
sure
rope.
that man's mother
Right.
watched that video.
She said she couldn't. She said after about a minute she had to turn it off.
I
She
bet.
couldn't sit
Yeah,
there.
I could. Let me tell you, I wouldn't. But if I did, and you said you watched it 30 minutes, let me tell you, I need $1 million for every minute that I had to suffer watching my son,
Yo.
and that's not even enough.
It was bad.
I need y'all firstborn.
And now,
They
Like,
don't
I
treat
need-
these cops the way they treated Caesar from Black Ink when he hit that dog with a folding chair.
Right. Right.
Caesar lost everything.
Lost everything. Shit.
He had to lose it all
Like,
for a dog.
listen.
If those cops don't lose it all, Caesar, fight for your
Well, yeah, they post bail, but they gonna. And here's a sad part, right?
Which now, why is your bail not so high that you're? Why is your bail not so high that you can't?
You can't even fathom it.
A violent
Like if
offender.
I beat somebody like that,
A menace to society.
right?
A public official.
Right.
Why is your bail not so high that you can't afford
Your
that?
bail should be through the
They're
roof.
still in blue code.
Because
Right.
if I'm one of their wives, you call. I'm not mortgaging shit for that. Like,
Dude.
dog, you gotta
Still in
sit.
blue code.
Dude.
You gotta sit and do that time.
You wouldn't even
Like,
be
what?
able to come home, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't come in my house.
I'm not
man.
signing shit over for you to get out of jail for that.
Nah, you can't come in my house. I can't have the community knowing that I'm affiliated with you
Right.
after this kind of
No.
behavior.
And I
man.
hope none of them had children.
Oh God, they gotta change
I mean,
schools
they-
and last
they-
names.
I'm just saying, like,
That's
as a
true.
child,
Yeah,
your
okay.
father beat,
Right.
especially if you were a boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Your black
And
father
it's
done
on
beat
tape.
another black man, and it's
all
on
across,
tape.
all over the world. They talking about
In
it.
perpetuity, because once it hits social media, that is where it exists, in perpetuity.
Yeah, so I didn't.
Endeavor.
I thought about reposting it when it first
video?
came out. I thought about
Yeah.
editing it to Black Cop. All these thoughts went through my head as soon as it happened. Right, soon as I heard about it,
Yeah.
Black Cop came to my head. Right, anybody who was born and knew about it that in that era, that song should have came to their head.
Every time I
Right.
hear about a black cop doing some fuck shit,
Right.
that's what I hear.
And then I was like, well, when the video came out, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna edit it to Black Cop, throw it up on my social media. But I was like, dude, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, like, don't
I
be
cannot
traumatizing the
do
rest of
this,
us that
man.
follow you.
Like, and it's just like, I'm thinking about it. I think I had heard his mom speak, and I was like, yo, man, like, she's gonna get bombarded. His family's gonna get bombarded with this video. It's gonna come from everywhere.
From everywhere.
Everybody's gonna repost it. It's gonna be all over the news. It's gonna be, and I can't be part of that, right? To make this situation even worse by having this on my feed. This don't need to be on my feed.
And
man.
that's how I felt.
You know,
Lost
so.
the stone.
Okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, I don't want to see it. I'm tired of, like, I
Yeah.
really get PTSD watching that kind of shit. It makes me mad, and I'll just be wanting to fuck somebody up the same way they fucked them up. Because how dare you do that to another person? Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
crazy.
It was an insane situation, man. And then, like you said, coming on the heels of 2 years ago with Floyd, you watch him get choked out, and it's just like, yo, man,
This
like,
keeps happening.
y'all ain't got no humanity. Like, it's one thing if it's an unrighteous shooting, right? Like, that's not so personal.
Yeah.
Right? He was running, I shot him. Right? Maybe. But what I'm saying, like,
shoot the nigga
physically,
in the back and they ain't even got no
personal,
weapon,
right?
and you ain't
like,
right
that
now.
could
And
just
that's
be
still
on some
crazy.
straight, like, whatever how you want to
Poor
call it,
policing.
right? Just poor policing, right?
Right.
But it's not so personal in the sense that for me to beat you to death,
That's
or for me to put my knee on
That's
your neck,
rage. People.
That's rage.
that's just
fine.
like, you gotta have such a level of rage within you that
Yep.
you like it's easy to pull your gun and shoot somebody when they, like, there's no, you know what I'm saying? You're not looking at them, you're not
No.
body to body with them.
Right.
But you know what? Like, what type of real screening, psychological screening, do they really do for cops? Real psychological.
Before they start working, this is when they get on the job.
I feel like once
change.
people pass
They
that
change.
exam, they just kind of like, depend on how high you score when you take that exam before you even get to the physical part, they're gonna try to figure out a way to get to keep you on here.
Right, and they can't keep checking your mental.
I don't think they
every
check
2
your mental.
years
I don't think
because
they check your
they
mental
could-
unless something happens on the job that affects you. Then that's the only time.
Because you know how often they be trying to replace cops? They be failing them tests all the time.
And there's already a shortage.
And it's like,
Right.
so you
I mean,
hiring people with
even
that are
doing-
bipolar, that are
Right.
schizoaffective.
You're hiring people that got bullied that just want to wear a badge so they can go bully
Yeah.
people.
These are
When
people
what's
you
his face,
hiring.
Charles Ramsey changed the minimum requirements, everybody was up in arms. He wanted you to have 2 years of military experience or 2 years of college before you can be a police officer,
experience
right?
of-
And you had to be of a certain age, right? I think you had to be, I mean, you maybe have to be 21 now, but
Right.
I think whatever it was, right? But I know those two things was part of it. And I had mentioned to him one time, I was like, yo, man, like, y'all really appreciate what you did in raising the minimum requirements to become a police officer. He's like, yo, man, I get people in the academy who's never driven before. He said, we got to teach recruits how to drive cars. Like, they come to us with no driver's license. That's how young and naive
Yeah, that's too.
You know what I mean? And how little of life
that job
that
is
they
too
know.
important that you shouldn't be able to come in. Like, you gotta have more credentials to answer a phone sometimes in an administrative position. There's no way in hell you should be able to be bare minimum and become a cop.
Dude ain't got no driver's license. There's a good chance he never left his neighborhood.
That's insane.
You know what I'm saying?
Or he left his neighborhood on the bus, got bullied, and then he wanted to be a cop, so he outshowed them.
Yeah, walk around with your chest out. Nigga, you was a punk in high school. If you sit your punk ass down there, you got this little badge. And them be the ones.
Just a punk with a badge.
Those be the ones.
What up, Mr. T? Appreciate you shouting out the podcast.
Shout out to Mr.
You know what I'm saying?
Those be the ones, the little punk ass kids that got bullied. Now you got your badge and your little shit. Now you want to walk around like you tough. But without that uniform, you're not. Those
And
guys on a one-on-one probably would have never been able to see Tyree Nichols in a one-on-one.
And here's the thing, and now
And that's why
everybody
y'all knew y'all
tests
had to
cops,
get.
right? And now they've created a situation where every cop is gonna get tested in every situation. Fuck your bitch ass cops, man. What you gonna do? Beat the shit out of me like y'all did, Tyree?
Yeah.
Like you can hear the cop, you can hear the interactions now, right? Why don't you call for fucking backup so you can bust my ass like y'all did? Like you can hear the interactions now, man, and it's like, yo, it's bad enough out here, man.
Yeah, Earth is ghetto, and I hate it here.
I know. Let's leave us up to somewhere else.
Yeah, I saw.
Leave us somewhere else.
Yeah, I hate it here, but it's okay. We gonna get through this.
But we ain't got no choice. This is all we got.
We got fun stuff happening. Like the Grammys are happening.
Grammys are happening.
The Roots are having a jam session. They're having a jam session again for the first time.
And where are
since
you
COVID.
going and who are you inviting? Because I want to be your +1 or 1.5.
So honestly, I did tell my best.
Roots. I know you know him.
I did tell my best friend Laia I was coming out there this weekend.
I know you know.
Sis don't know if she can afford it, so I don't know if I'm going.
What pole we need to slide down to get there?
Yeah, right. Like,
Listen.
she said, "What pole we need to slide down?"
We need to slide down to get there.
I mean, I got
do a
some
fundraiser.
tricks.
We can get a pole. We put it right here.
See, they think I'm trying to be smart. I'm giving props. I'm
spending
my followers. I was trying to go with you.
I know.
We get the ratings up for the show, and we make y'all some money in the process.
Right? Because I could do that just like tomorrow and the next day, and I could fly out Thursday. I'll be able to afford it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I really do want to go to the Roots. It's in LA. The Grammys are in LA.
My son, I need to see. I got a son who works for Sony. I need to stop playing games and pull some strings.
I've never been.
I need to pull strings.
Let's say I've never been to the awards show, but I don't care about that. I've been to the Rock Nation brunch and to the Roots.
And shout out to my godbrother, Boo Albasir. He's in LA.
Those are always fun. That's really why I want to go. I ain't gonna hold you.
I need to pull strings.
What you gonna do? I ain't going.
That sounds like a fucking experience.
It's okay.
The Super Bowl.
I start a new job soon, and I'm gonna be flying everywhere. You're gonna be like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I went to Houston to eat." Like, I'm about to be working for the airline. I'm about to be flying everywhere. I'm about to be going to see my sister in Chicago. I'm about to be in Atlanta.
We may not have you on Monday.
I will still be here on Mondays.
How you gonna pull that off?
Because this show starts at 5.
You gonna make it from the airport? What you gonna work 7 to 3?
We gonna see. This coming Monday is gonna be interesting because I'm not scheduled to get off till 4 or something. We'll see. But I'm gonna be here.
All right.
I'm going to be here. The question is will Dane be here?
3 of us can't be questioned.
The question is will
The sub will be here.
Right. We just passing it on down the line. All 3 of us can't.
Don't put baby in the corner. Baby will be here.
Oh man.
Constantly the over drink. Thinking outside the box.
Right.
We'll be thinking outside the bottle.
Ooh, speaking of the box.
Sit outside the box.
Speaking of the box, because I did ask y'all to look something up.
Yes.
So this.
Oh, I didn't look it up.
It's okay. We about to tell you.
Wait till I get here.
We about to tell you all about it. So I was scrolling through social media as I always do, and I saw this thing where it was like on Google. I went to search something, and this chick was like, I've been dating my boyfriend for 8 months now, ever since I started vabbing. Vabbing. What the fuck is vabbing?
And I thought you spelled vaping wrong. I was like, what the hell is vabbing?
I have a master's degree. I will never spell vaping. So I was like, what the fuck is vabbing? And they said something about it was a millennial TikTok trend of 2022. So I knew then that I was going down a rabbit hole that I shouldn't have been going down because I'm not a millennial. I'll be 48 this year.
And
so
I'm
anyway,
on TikTok.
I do go vabbing. And vabbing, you know how people wear perfume to accentuate their pheromones so they can attract people? So vabbing
I got a little cologne right now. You think that smells that?
I feel like that smell. It's just a little hint. It's not overwhelming.
Yeah, no, not too much.
So vabbing is where you take either one of these hands and you pleasure yourself as a woman until you generate vaginal secretion.
Okay.
And then you take that secretion and you dab a little here, dab a little
Like
here,
perfume.
dab a little here, like it's perfume. And as soon as I read that, I said, what white woman doing this, boy, this shit?
Tell you something right here, right
And
now.
decided to rub her coochie on her neck and see if that would
walk up
attract
on me. It's
I
like,
said, what in the fucking ass backwards voodoo?
yeah.
So it was a TikTok trend of 2022, and when Nelly looked it up, she said the first thing she saw was vabbing at the gym. So
Vabbing at the
my
gym.
face immediately was sour because I'm like,
Worse and worse.
why you want to be in the gym?
Because I guess you secrete your pheromones even more so when you're sweating.
When you're
So,
sweating.
once you dab,
So once you dab, your little
essence.
coochie juice on
And then what
yourself.
do you do? Walk around the gym so you can pick who you can pick up?
Yes.
So you can hop on the treadmill next to the dudes you like and shit.
No, apparently it attracts them to you. Apparently, that's how you get your mate because everybody smells different to everybody.
Yeah.
Your pheromones
Some
smell
men
different
might
to
think
people.
you fucking
So-
stink. And then some men might be like, oh.
Yo, this one caption, the girl was like, she said, I tried vabbing, and this guy said, I smell like tuna. And I was like, bitch. Go see your GYN. Bacterial vagination. What most people may or may not know is the vagina, when healthy, has no odor. It does have discharge, even when it's healthy.
Unless you're
but
sweaty, a little
it
sweaty.
has-
Sweaty odor is all right.
A sweaty odor is different than tuna. Why the fuck is you walking around putting
trash
tuna on
truck
your
juice.
head? You trying to
But
attack a
if
cat?
maybe she think this is normal and vabbing
Because you have-
a way to make these women aware of the fact that they might have a yeast infection, right?
Right.
So, like when homeboy is like, yo man,
I just want to say white women are
very
doing the
fishy.
most.
and then that's
first of
no,
all,
like, oh wait a minute, if
know when your stuff
I
is
should
off.
probably go see a doctor.
You know when your
Yes.
shit is off. Why would you even let anybody go in that area, in that vicinity when you know your shit
So
is off?
I just thought that was interesting that there's a group of women out here like pleasuring themselves.
Yeah, Vibe Nation, stand up. Vibe Nation, stand up.
And I'm a single lady. I ain't trying that shit.
Right, whatever you gotta do to bag it. Listen, it don't matter whether I like it as long as he like it.
It's somebody out there
You know what I'm
that
saying?
likes a
If
bad
you
bitch.
want to, you know what I'm saying, touch yourself and rub it on your
Not
neck.
a bad bitch,
have
but
your
a
way.
bad bitch. Somebody
No,
out
I
You know
there
what I'm
like
saying?
bad
Put it
bitches.
on your
Somebody
chest.
like bad
Put it under
bitches.
your nose. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your neck. Hit your wrist. You know what I'm saying?
I just want
So
what
when
made,
he
what
lean in
made
to give you a
somebody
kiss-
do that?
this is what
like,
I
was that
read.
like you didn't wash your hands after, and something like you were in the market.
That
Somebody was
sound
like, "What the
that
heck?"
sound
And
like
like,
some like
it's-
some cult shit.
It's sister can
That's what it sounds like. Because you know you're in a cult, you're not allowed to wear perfume.
Yeah, every time the Khadijah show up, they rescue me. I'm trying to figure out if Khadijah's in the building.
no, not
That's some
yet.
cult shit. That's all that is. Somebody was like, "Yo, you're not allowed to wear perfume," and the man was
She's here now. She's just
All
getting
right, thank God.
Is she here?
No, she's just getting here. Like
She-
she
oh, okay.
open the door for
Okay,
her.
boom. So that's all that is. It's some cult
It's not.
shit.
It's to me.
I don't
That's
like people
What
cult
would
shit.
make somebody do that? Like, how is that the first thing that comes to your
It
mind?
seems so
Yeah.
To
unsanitary.
attract a man.
Like,
That sounds so
It
unsanitary.
sounds unsanitary. Like the vagina has enough to worry about with
Yo,
putting stuff in there
right.
and getting issues.
and the body has
Yeah.
enough to worry about. Like you got your armpits might get a little funky. Like, why you want to add more?
Why?
You know what I'm saying? To what,
Now you
what
smell
naturally, like at least when you got your pants on, your underwear. Like nobody has to know
And it's
what
funny
you
you say-
smell like.
Nobody.
I was reading somewhere else because I took a deep dive because I'm like, what the fuck is going? They were saying that like women who don't wear and I do this sometimes in the summer. I have like the free ball. They were saying that vabbing is like that's an extension of vabbing because you're out there and people are getting.
I'm a free baller.
People are getting your pheromones.
Me,
Like
in underwear?
You don't even know
Not
people
like-
getting your pheromones.
She said,
'cause they're
"Yeah,
not
underwear
trapped.
do not like."
We don't like each other.
Nah,
I
man,
love the
underwear-
summertime. So I can
underwear
free
key,
ball
man.
and not wear
Underwear is
socks.
key.
That's key.
Yeah, cotton.
Yeah,
Cotton
underwear is
you know, like
Cotton, they make cotton bikini briefs. They make
you
cotton
might get.
bikinis.
What
They
happens
make,
like if you get a trickle? Now it's in your pants. Like,
See, now, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing
see what I'm
that you
saying?
gotta
Like
catch it. You gotta
underwear,
catch
right? Underwear.
You gotta have the pins underneath to catch the grease. You gotta
You know what I'm
catch.
saying? You never know.
You gotta
when the
catch the
trickle might
dripping.
show up. And what you gonna do with a little trickle
Yeah,
story?
I'm
in
getting
your
older.
dinner?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I
Especially you got a light
weak
color
ass
jeans. You
bladder.
can't hide that.
No, you peed on yourself.
Yeah.
And then you ain't got no underwear on. Like,
All right, wait. Before we go though, did y'all watch You People this weekend?
You people.
no, I don't even.
No, I didn't know what that
It's
is.
the Netflix movie with Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill about where
I was waiting for it to come out.
With Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Move on for me.
I was waiting for
I
it
just
to
wanted
come
to know if you
out.
watched it.
I
'Cause
ain't
sometimes
watch
you
it.
be in the house watching shit.
Nah, did I watch anything this week?
I mean, it was okay.
Nah, I'm just trying to think if I watched anything at all.
I enjoyed
gonna
it.
watch it.
I laughed. I feel like I saw somebody say on social media that Eddie Murphy played the role that was meant for Charlie Murphy, and I imagined Charlie playing that role, and yes, he would have killed it. Like, rest in peace,
And
Charlie
he probably
Murphy.
had it. And his
But
other
it was a good. It was interesting. It was about.
Listen, I'm an Eddie Murphy fan, man.
Yeah.
I think Eddie makes good movies.
There were a lot of funny comedians.
Right.
In that, shout out to Sam J. She played Jonah Hill's best friend
Okay.
and podcast partner.
Is she one of your friends?
No, well, I met her.
I got a friend who got
Last
number.
week-
like she
Yeah,
go ahead and-
I got a number.
No, okay, I'll tell you a really funny, interesting story about me.
We
So-
gotta hurry up.
I will. So Sam J, she's outwardly a gay comedian. So I met her at Dave Chappelle at the Roots comedy show this past Roots picnic, and I was telling my best friend Laia that I was uncomfortable because I was like, I think I was attracted to her. Like,
Well, that's
yeah, I was just like, wow. I was like,
Man, you don't have to be uncomfortable if you're trying to come into who you are.
no, I'm not coming to that. The idea of putting pussy in my mouth is not appealing in any way.
You want a scissor?
You know, I was like, and talking to her, and talking to her, she's so dope. Like, she was so cool to talk
Maybe
to.
she vabbed on you and shit, and you ain't even realize it. Like, she hit you with a little vabbing, and you was drawn in. You drawn in.
She hit you with the verb.
You ain't even realize it because she probably was
was in
fresh.
there.
Right?
She
probably
hit
was,
you with it.
Probably was fresh.
I don't ever see that be in my bag.
Money.
I don't
She
ever see
probably
that
had
in
some
my
fresh,
bag.
you know what I'm saying? Vibe juice. Hit that joint.
I think she cute though.
You know what I mean?
I'm comfortable enough to say.
Y'all went by, you said boop boop.
Hold you right in. Hey, look.
DRX,
You been bad, dude. You don't even know. You got bad.
that was not how that was
Y'all thanks
supposed
for that,
to go.
man. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay tuned. Sister Khadija coming in here. It's EA is with her. They're gonna be in here in a second. You know, 2